Kevin, at this point, I think we can all agree that LeBron James, he is great, one of the best to ever play the game. 9 career NBA Finals, 8 straight, right? That's remarkable by any measure. Yes, even as he's on the verge of losing for the 6th time in 9 tries. But at some point, is it fair at age 33 to wonder if this will be the last time he'll be able to get a ring, to have a chance to go to the NBA Finals? Who knows, right? Keith Olbermann wondered just that.
What if Game 4 is it for LeBron? Not it. After the triple-double and that self-alley-ooping backboard job in Game 3, you could vote for him for Finals MVP, and nobody would laugh. But what if Game 4 is his final game in the finals? Everybody has a finals. And for all of his magnificence this year and the 7 before them, to make it 9 in a row, he will either have to go west and presumably go through the Warriors, or build another new team from scratch somewhere in the East. Every superstar in every sport, in every generation, leaves the championship stage. And except for the very few who have retired in advance, none of them know it. Hard to believe? If I had told you on June 14, 1987, as Larry Bird trudged off the court at the Forum while the Lakers celebrated, having just finished his 4th straight appearance in the finals, still just 30 years old, that he would never play in the finals again, would you have believed me? Dr. J, 1983, 4 finals, 2 more in the ABA, and it was already over? Isaiah Thomas, 1990, 3 finals in a row, back-to-back titles, and he was 29. He would never get back. Even Kobe, back-to-back titles, back-to-back playoff MVPs, 7 trips to the finals, just 31 years old. The glory of Game 7, June 17, 2010, was his final. Pick the sport, the stories are all unexpectedly poignant. Cal Ripken Jr., aged 23, played 18 more seasons, never got back. Dan Marino, aged 23, 15 more, never got back. Ted Williams, aged 28, 14 more, never got back. Brett Favre, aged 28, 13 more, never got back. Hank Aaron, 18 more. Mark Messier, 10 more. Joe Namath, 9. Mickey Mantle, 12 World Series in 14 years, and he just hit 3 homers in the most recent one, and he was still only 32, and he never got back.
James is now limping up the floor.
It could be a cramp.
The cramps game in 2012. And the first title 2 nights later.
LeBron James captures that elusive title he so desperately coveted.
The splitter block the next year. And the triple-double that set up Miami's OT win in Game 6. 44 points in Game 1 against the Warriors in 15, and 40 more in Game 3. 41 in the first elimination game in 2016, and the chase-down block of Iguodala inside the 2-minute mark in the Game 7 triumph.
The kid from Akron has come home. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
That 9th triple-double in Game 4 last year as the Cavs stayed alive, and the 51 in the opener this year as they should have stayed alive.
What a performance from James. His basketball brilliance on full display once again.
It has been a feast with second helpings and third helpings and fourths and fifths. But what if Game 4 is it? What if this is LeBron's final finals? Well, he better enjoy it. Us too.
All right, when Keith Olbermann offers historical context like that, it does make you think. Regardless, Micheal Wilbon, Stephen A. Smith, Michael, in order for LeBron to get to the finals a 10th time, try to get another ring, what is the best situation he needs to be in to do that? Is it here or is it elsewhere?
Maybe staying here. Maybe. Depends on what they do with the 8th pick. Stephen, there's no guarantee that he's going to get back to the finals.
I agree.
So I don't believe it's Philly because you reduce Ben Simmons to what? What's he going to do? Run around and spot up, shoot? I don't think so. I look at the Lakers, interestingly enough, even though they're in a conference with Golden State. Right now, the guys he would be hooking up with on the Lakers through free agency and throw in a Paul George, that's a better roster than Cleveland right now. And so You can do this any number of places. The notion that, oh, Golden State's going to do this and run off 4 or 5, no, they're not. That's not the world we live in.
So L.A. more than Cleveland?
Well, L.A. maybe not as much as Cleveland in the first year.
Right.
But we didn't think it was going to happen in Cleveland this year. I know I didn't, and it's happened.
Let me say this to you. I'm not laughing at my big brother because of what he said. I'm saying who's coming to Cleveland. See, that's the whole point. I don't believe anybody's coming to Cleveland. That's my issue.
That is a free agent. You trade the pick.
Trade for
8 overall and the package.
Don't you have to have assets to trade? I mean, don't you have to have? I mean, have you looked at this thing? Where are the assets?
Wait, so what's your answer?
There's an APB out there. I think that LeBron James is going to make sure he goes to a squad. If he decides to leave, because assuming he doesn't care about the championship, he's thinking about his family. But outside of that, if he's about championships, he's going to leave. And if he leaves, I could see somebody like you said. I prefer him in L.A. for personal reasons. That's just me. But for professional reasons, I would tell you Houston would be the best spot to land him in if you keep CP3 and James Harden there. That's what I would say.
And James Harden wants that ball, too. How does that distribute?
Chris Paul goes to the Lakers.
That's true.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Go to Philly. Then he go to Philly.
I got to move on. 46 minutes is what LeBron is averaging in these finals, 37.7 points per game in these first 3 games. Yep. Today, he was asked if his offense has affected his defense. Listen.
The load that I have to carry offensively, it's been what the season has asked for. But, whenever the number has been called for me to defend, I've been always taking that responsibility. So I don't think that's changed.
You guys are acting like he doesn't. You're acting like he don't do those things. Like, that's the worst ever when you got guys act like, well, is he doing this or he's doing more than enough. He does everything he's supposed to do. When you say, oh, he didn't do enough, that's bull.
All right, teammate saying he does more than enough on defense. Offense isn't affecting it. Go.
You see the comments? See how sensitive they get? That's why if this was first take, you'd see that whole tagline at the bottom. Great father, great husband, great philanthropist, great businessman. Because God forbid we criticize or critique LeBron James. God forbid. Now, having said all of that, here's the issue. LeBron is the ultimate team player, and he'll do whatever it takes to win. But is it wrong for me or you or anybody else to have that preference every now and then to see an embracing of the individual matchup? Like, this is the best guy. I want him because I'm tired of him doing what he's doing. I want to shut him down. There's nothing wrong with that.
Steven, it's gone. Guys taking guys for 40 minutes. Remember in the finals years ago when Scottie Pippen said, let me guard Magic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me guard the greatest ball handler and point guard of all time. Let me do it. And he did it for a series. No one does that anymore.
How about Marcus Morris wanting to be on LeBron in the last
I'm not going to blame LeBron for that. It's a cultural change that to me is lazy. Again, I talked about this earlier. So I'm not – you can criticize LeBron. Nobody's above criticism. Right. But right now in this context, there is no need to criticize LeBron. There is nothing expected of him to me you could ask more of reasonably.
But it's not criticizing, just pointing it out.
I will point this out, too. Kevin Durant last night took 23 shots. LeBron guarded him on 2 of them. Neither were in the fourth quarter. Just saying. We can continue this.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the
I will now, Kevin. That stat.
Sage, thank you, Mr. President.